how are you? I just finished my Zoom. I had my shake. Guys, make sure you take a shake twice a day. I'll take another one about 15 minutes before I do dinner with my husband. He told me he's already off the water. He's heading back to debrief and from their training. So I wanted to get this done earlier in case I don't get another one done. So listen, I did a short because Sandman, at the end of my live stream this morning, I know a lot of you don't have time to watch my live streams in the morning for coffee and conversation, but maybe you can catch up over the weekend. He said that Iraq has ascended to the WTO, and he said he could send me an article later to support it. He hasn't sent the article yet. He did have one of his dogs pass away, so I really keep him in your prayers, but he was on the live stream later this morning, and I did go through some details that he sent that I'm not going to do right now, because the biggest news was that Iraq has ascended into the World Trade Organization. I did a short, and people are calling me all sorts of things because of that. So I wanted to get this done sooner rather than later to just say, you know what, guys, keep your criticism to yourself. Stop criticizing my videos. I forgive you, but, I'll block you if you keep doing it, okay? Because I don't need that. I work really hard to help people with these summaries. So anyways, if you appreciate my summaries, please comment down below to give my haters something more to think about. And if you were on my Zooms, it's always fun. We had a hot, spicy Zoom. And so if you want to take part, we're doing one tomorrow again at 4. It's always fun. The questions were on high today. And we got a lot of people in at the last minute because Isa is so wonderful. So your replay link, you probably won't get until 9 o'clock tonight because she's busy at her son's school. But the replay is done. I will make sure to get that out to her so she can get out as soon as she can, but you won't get it till tonight. So this was Militiaman. As of today, it says an expert talking about the best way for electronic payments to be successful for the central bank. Article quote, to carry out the process of deleting the 3 zeros from the currency, printing new currencies and announcing a period of 1 month for citizens to exchange all their money with a new edition, which will give an impression of the strength of the dinar against the dollar and the rest of the currencies. Now, I thought Militiaman was in line with me that it was going to come off the exchange rate and not the currency themselves, but we'll all wait and see, right? Frank 26, be a fly or fly. Al Sudani is on TV News Channel 1 saying the best and only way to improve the electronic payment system is for the CBI should remove the 3 zeros, print the new currency, and give us a 1 month period to exchange. Same thing. This will show the power of the dinar over our dollar. He also said this will get rid of citizens holding cash and any smugglers and money laundering. Frank said, that's what they're about to introduce to you, your new exchange rate to match your lower notes. The lower notes will work with a new exchange rate. I can't believe they keep saying this to you constantly every day. You are within arm's reach. We all are. And I'm so excited about that. And if you haven't availed yourselves of my freedom strategies, you're going to want to get on Saturday at 4. It's the last chance this week. Maybe while this goes, you can get on and get your information. And if it does go tonight, I will be including with that same price for the group a bridge strategy so that you can just go directly to steps 2 and 3 if you weren't able to do step 1 because you weren't able to do step 1, right? So if you want that, comment down below. Yes, it's a bridge strategy. I will write that up this weekend in preparation for it happening before other people can do step 1. So it says, I believe he says, let's see. He goes, I can't believe they keep saying it. We are within arm's reach within 1 month. I believe they'll give you no longer than that. Outside with us, it should be a longer. He said he believes they won't give you just a month to get your currencies in. It'll give you longer than that. So Mountain Goat, we are still waiting for the CBI's measures to take hold to control the parallel market rate, and then so get ahead and raise the program rate one more at a time. As I'm told by my CBI contact, is still going to happen. We must just sit tight and let them work through these issues of the parallel rates. The CBI will get it under control. And Iraq doesn't work like Speedy Gonzales. Exactly. And guys, I did some details about somebody they were prosecuting. He was talking about how he was working to defraud people using the foreign currencies, US dollar, and how they were doing it in specifics. I went through that article that Sandman provided this morning. If you want to know those kind of details, you can watch my live stream. I'll put the link down below. And then there's a new guru, Tishwash article, an international desire to invest in Iraq in 3 countries, hold meetings in Iraq, hold meetings in this regard. Article quote, the meeting came out with many decisions that were approved, including enhancing intra-trade, liberalizing trade in goods, and welcoming Iraq's accession to the World Trade Organization. That's awesome. Mark Z, any chatter from RV centers? Mark Z said, I know my RV center folks are planning to be on call this weekend. That is really good news, Mark. Thank you for sharing that. And then Claire, obviously it says there was an article about the parliamentary economy. Banned banks constitute 50% of private banks in Iraq. That's why it's hard. It's challenging to use a private bank, guys, whether here or there. Just, a lot of people are saying, oh, be your own bank. Well, I don't know about that, right? I'm looking at using the systems we have in place because there's a lot of laws and regulations around them, whereas a private bank, you could be prosecuted. Frank 26, question, do we have to have our currency over a year? For tax purposes, yes. If you have your currency for at least 1 year, you're in about the 20%, it's 28% for short-term capital gains within a year, and it's 40% if you've held it over a year. That's what he's saying. If you have it for over 1 year and don't have a receipt, you're in the 40%. If you've had it for 1 year and you got a receipt, you're in the 28%, meaning you need your receipts just for tax purposes to prove the rate you used, right? Some gurus feel the dinar exchange will be taxed as capital gains. Others feel ordinary income or other not taxed at all. The only opinion that matters is the IRS's consult a tax professional at the appropriate time to determine the right tax for your new. Exactly. But what's great about this, guys, is because it's been delayed and it's now 2024, you don't have to worry about that until April 2025. Amen. I'm just saying. Mark Z, from Iraq, an economist warns of the U.S. Treasury's policy with Iraq. These sanctions are affecting the value of the dinar, which would be higher if it were not for the U.S. games with banking, and people are upset. They want them out. There is tremendous pressure right now to get the U.S. out of Iraq. Well, Sandman's over there, and he's told me he's been in a lot of meetings. He hasn't said anything about that other than that he was going to be there another 6 months. So if that gives you any indication, that's why you should be subscribed and tap the bell and be part of my channel too. The U.S. Department will include new Iraqi banks on the sanctions list unless the Central Bank of Iraq finds solutions to them. Most of the banks transferred large amounts of dollars to Iran and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. You think Iraq is going to be able to increase their exchange rate if they can't stop the U.S. dollar from being sent to Iran? More sanctions on Iraq is only going to hurt them, so it's going to get worse before it gets better. That is pimpy, right? He's always thinking it's going to get worse. But what do you think? Comment down below. Brightling. The reality is these guys, Iraq, have more customers. They're selling it at more per barrel, but somehow they have to make sure they're using their sovereign policy for their currency, their sovereignty monetary policy. That's what it's all about. If you can believe that, then invest in the Iraqi dinar. If you don't believe that, then buzz off. It's that simple, that made me laugh. Walking stick. The government of Iraq is soon to receive the funding for everything that is waiting for a new international exchange rate, for everything the world is waiting for what you're waiting for, and for what the citizens are desperately in need of. Amen. Those citizens really need this. And we need this as Americans who've been under tremendous pressure associated with the inflation and et cetera. Even though everybody's saying everything's looking good and we're getting better, how do you feel? Do you feel we're getting better? Comment down below. I just want to know what the real people out here paying taxes and paying their bills and getting ready to file their taxes think, right? Comment down below. I'm here for you, the average everyday man and woman. Claire says, Parliament hosts the governor and officials of the central bank regarding sanctions on Iraqi banks. We'll see what happens. Let's see. But remember, Mark Z, the latest thing he said was that his bank contacts were supposed to be on call this weekend. So that's always good. There's a lot of other stuff in here. And then let's go down to Militiaman, because evidently he had a really good call last night. They said, Iraq does not have fills. They're going to be talking about fills because why? Fills are the coins, guys, over there in the Middle East. Because al-Sudani has stated the dinar is stronger than the dollar. They're going to need to be able to make change. When they bring this up with Iraq's situation, I think they're doing it in a manner that suggests the region can support Iraq having a stronger currency than the dollar. He started with Iraq is, this is comparing Iraq to Kuwait. Remember, I've always done that. And I said Kuwait is 325 Kuwaiti dinar to $1 US. And they're right next door to Iraq. So this is Militiaman's perspective on that very same thing that I've been saying. Iraq is a border country with Kuwait. Iraq is considerably larger than Kuwait. They have massive amount of oil, liquid natural gas, gold, and some of the most biggest mineral deposits in the world that Kuwait does not have. You have to ask, why did they bring this up? Article quote, the Kuwaiti dinar ranked on the throne of currencies in the world for the year 2024, while the US dollar came in last place at the list of 10 strongest global economies. The dinar of the Gulf state is divided into 1,000 smaller units known as fils, right? Those fils are the coins. So, Mark Z says he hears they are moving forward within 10 days. He was told that their goal is by the 20th, but I could live with 10 days by the end of February. His gut is screaming that it's within this month based on the number of requests to keep quiet and the banking anticipation. And a number of sources says we could get it by the 20th now. I think everything is done and we are just waiting on them to release it. My contacts in Iraq are telling me this, as well as the bankers and government contacts. Things are screaming at us. We are so close. Guys, I agree. What do you think? Comment down below. Are you excited about this? I am excited. Do we need to keep our heads about us? Always. We got to stay calm and see what happens. But listen, take this excitement. Take this positivity that you're feeling and envision this happening. When you go to sleep tonight, envision what your life's going to look like when all your bills are zeroed out. When you have that new house you want to buy in that area you want to live. And when you have that other house you want to buy in that area you want to live. Or when you have all the gold and silver you can handle. Or when you have all the jewelry you can handle that's real diamonds and gold and platinum and what's it going to look like when you have the greatest horse trailer like I want to have? What's it going to look like when you can donate money or when you can set up trust for you and your family to be taken care of the rest of your lives? What's that going to feel like? Do that before you go to sleep at night, and also think about that when you wake up in the morning. Instead of rehearsing all the bad things, you need to train your mind to think about this constantly when you're relaxing or when you're taking a nap, or take a nap specifically to go into your and let it seep into your subconscious what it feels like to be wealthy. That's my suggestion for you today. I hope you like it. Comment down below if you like this. Please subscribe and tap the bell if you want more tips about this to change your mindset so you can help bring this in. Amen. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.